All right, just got done with TSA pre-check. We're here in Medford. Time to get some coffee. Get this thing started. Got here a little early. I'll probably be waiting about an hour. Well, completely full plane. Luckily, this is a short flight down to LA. So there it is. Big, huge group of Walmart drivers. Found my people. It was really encouraging that I found a fan within the first minute and we took a selfie together. Well, the Walmart looks the same out here in Bentonville as it does at our place. But it's in Bentonville. Alright, time to stock up on some stuff here. Apparently they don't have water at the hotel. Although I don't drink a lot of it. I drink the Red Bulls. And yeah. 2 in the morning sometimes I wake up thirsty, so maybe I get some other stuff here too. So far it's pretty cool. Kinda enjoying the trip here, meeting all these guys and basically hearing that, well, they're no different than us out in the West, which I already knew. I already expected that. That's the thing about the culture at Walmart. I don't care if you're on the East Coast, down south, up north, or over on the West Coast. I mean, it's not that we're all the same, but a lot of similarities. Walmart's got it set up to where you basically, I figure out where I'm going here. Basically, you're all doing the same job. I mean, it's all pretty consistent. So, I mean, you kind of tend to think alike. And it was kind of fun talking in the van there with the guys there. They all got problems and issues and stuff like we do. And pretty much handling them the same way. Anyway, I got a lot more to share. The guy asked if we wanted to stop by the Walmart on the way to the hotel, and we jumped all over that, so better finish up my shopping. So here's the big difference compared to California. This is actually the Rogers Walmart. They don't have everything locked up in a glass case, and they're not checking my receipt on the way out the door. Quite a bit different in California. So it's pretty awesome in here. This is the Embassy Suite here in Bentonville, Arkansas. I got a 3rd floor room. Got the glass elevators, that was fun. Pretty cool. Anyway, this is just a hotel we're staying in. Tomorrow we'll get a chance to go and take a look at the main campus, I guess you'd call it there. Go see what that's like. And yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to video or not, but I'm gonna give it a try. Try to share some of that with you guys, so we'll see what happens. Okay, I am here. So I'm here at the Embassy Suites Hotel. It's like a Hilton hotel. Pretty nice. This room's pretty unreal though. Check this out. So like on the TV, they got a welcoming thing here with my name on it. I don't know if you can read it, but got this whole like living room area with a couch and lounge there. Over here you got like was it a little kitchen table or something? Pretty cool. Over here we got sink, refrigerator, microwave, mirror and all that. Of course, you got your bathroom. Your standard bathroom, nothing special there. Of course, we had to stop by Walmart and do a little shopping, so got that covered. But really what's crazy about this is that in here is like another room, and they got another TV in here with queen beds. Or I don't know if they're queen, maybe they are. But pretty cool. Another desk. And of course, got a TV. I'm assuming this goes to another room. I don't know, maybe it's a closet. Oh, closet. Got your ironing board and what all there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not much of a view, but that's okay. I'm totally fine with that. Looks like a rooftop and part of town there, but yeah, pretty awesome. They definitely treated us right on this deal. And everybody's out front, so I think I'm just gonna grab a little snack here and something to drink and head out and see what everybody's doing out here. And I'll show you some more.
For in and out.
But it's right. So we can get in and out of the doors.
Now, does everybody know they're going here? That's a more.
Here we go. Here it is.
Morning, how you doing?
Just
So I'm here on day one here at the conference center, and they got our own little spots here. Got a hat, little name tag here from the table. Give you a hat here, I'll show you. So pretty cool. I guess some front door here. Front row seat, which is good. This is how I like to park. So they get it right. But man, there's drivers from all over the United States here. Fabulous. Made in America. Actually, I've already listened to his book twice now on audiobook, but that's okay. Now I got the written word. So, yep. Well, it's day two, and I guess we're going to do a lot of listening. But if y'all know me, you know I'm going to be speaking up, saying something. Hopefully something positive to add to. But this is going to be a lot of fun. So I'll let the day play out, and I'll try to share what I can with you guys. But pretty fun. On the way here, they were pointing out all the buildings along the way that is all owned by Walmart. It's all brand new, fancy, like corporate type buildings and different businesses. It's like a Walmart town. Like literally you pull into a Walmart city. We're driving through and I'm just like, wow, all these buildings are Walmarts. This whole city is Walmart. You know, this particular part of Bentonville here, I guess. And pretty impressive. You know, the coolest thing is it's all like brand spanking new. Brand new concrete, brand new buildings. Just all brand new. And pretty awesome. Pretty awesome for sure. So I don't know how well my memory is going to do. Hopefully I'll be able to remember all this stuff we talk about. I mean, I'm bound to learn a bunch of stuff. I've already learned a bunch of stuff just meeting up with all the drivers at the motel or the hotel there. But I can tell this is going to be an overload of information today. And but if y'all know me, you know I don't remember names very well, but I do remember faces. And hopefully I can put all this together and give a good explanation of, well, first off, you know, what's the benefit of the annual driver meeting? That was the first question I had in my mind. I mean, you'd think it'd be resolution to, problems or concerns, and I'm expecting that, but something tells me it's going to be a lot more than that. Probably got to learn a lot more about the company. And one of the biggest things that I've realized working here is that the public and a lot of the drivers, we're very unaware of a lot of good things that's here at Walmart, and I'm anxious to find out what they are and learn something new. So I guess I'm going to find out here pretty quick. So after the meeting, we went out to the nearest parking lot there. They have all our newest equipment that may or may not be happening in the future. Everything from hybrid vehicles to electric to all natural gas, camera systems that eliminate the rearview mirrors, giving it a bird's eye view. Just a lot of cool stuff, and had a great lunch. And speaking of lunch, we went to dinner at the Saltgrass Steakhouse. Pretty good. Of course, they paid for that. Really enjoyed that a lot. Went in with a few guys there, and there was multiple places we could have chose from, but this is the one I chose to go to. So on the third day, we went to Sam Walton's Five and Dime. His original Five and Dime store, they made it into a museum, and pretty cool stuff in here. They got products that were originally sold from back in the day. Apparently, they still make these things. Otherwise, these would be some pretty old moon pies, which was kind of a big thing that Sam Walton did back in the day. Further in the museum, there's all the different time periods, like from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, etc. And a lot of cool things, significant things that happened in the business, different stores they opened. There's just a lot of cool stuff, a lot of products they sold within those decades. To me, one of the coolest things was his office. They literally pieced this together exactly the way it was 3 days after he passed away, and then put it back together here. But check out this story.
Mr. Sam's office. Now, about 3 days after Mr. Sam passed, they went in and recorded everything that was in his office. And then they took it all out so they could put it in the museum. Mr. Sam's family graciously allowed us to have everything and the truck, which is over there. We'll see that in a minute. But this is what Mr. Sam's office looked like. This is it. The one thing that I do want to point out to you is there's like 5 briefcases under his desk. Yeah. You notice that? Y'all have to step up and look when you walk by. I want you to notice. I just learned, like this week, that the reason he had 5 briefcases is because he would go on store visits. Mr. Sam was famous for that. And he would leave his briefcase. And somebody from the store would call his secretary all panicking, and she would calmly say, "No, you just mail it to me. I'll send him out tomorrow with another one." So that's why there's 5 briefcases. I love that. He was altogether human.
So like I said, all the different displays that are in here from all the different decades, all the history, just a lot of cool stuff to look at, a lot of things to read. In the 80s, I was looking at some of the stuff they sold, and I thought, how could this stuff be in a museum? This is the stuff I played with when I was a kid. Starting to feel a little old there, but we eventually made our way into where his pickup was, and I thought that was really cool. They had a lot of stuff laid out that was, I guess, in his pickup. All the different things from a screwdriver to his fishing license to ammo to you name it. But we make our way upstairs. These are all the flyers and ads they had over the years. But we made our way upstairs here, and there's a really cool hologram here, and they use AI technology to literally ask them questions. So check it out.
Can you introduce yourself?
Greetings. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sam Walton. I'm speaking to you today thanks to some remarkable improvements in technology and communication.
So that specific little clip is from the very first satellite that Walmart had sent out when it started satellite broadcasting in the 80s. So we're still using that today. That's another, like I said, everything he says is something he's actually said. So that's where that clip is from.
You liked to count cars in competitor parking lots. Did that ever cause any issues?
It really did happen. Yes, I managed to smash into the rear of one of our Walmart trucks, driven by one of our very best and safest Walmart truck drivers, who had just received a 10-year safe driving award. I hasten to add that all on the scene, including myself and a very efficient Rogers policewoman, agreed it was 100% my fault and I was cited. My only excuse is that following my custom for many years, I was counting cars in a competitor's parking lot and not looking forward to notice that the driver had applied his very excellent brakes when that stoplight changed from green to red. So be it. I was lucky to only have smashed up the front end of that company car and have received only minor cuts and bruises. Our truck was not scratched. Hereafter, I'm determined to do my car counting from our company planes and at a safe altitude. No more car counting on the ground, especially while trailing one of our Walmart trucks.
How do we end every Walmart meeting?
I have to cheer my leading network business for a whole Walmart cheer. For those of you who don't know, it goes like this. Give me a number. Give me a name. Give me a name. Give me a story. Give me a name. Give me a name. Give me an arm. Give me a T.
So here it is, day 4 of the annual driver meeting here in Bentonville, Arkansas. And yeah, time to go home. About 6:30 in the morning. Gonna go out here, load up in the van about a half hour, and gonna go back to Sam Walton Hall there where we've been meeting. Go till about noon, and then we're all gonna head off to the airport and all go back to our homes there after a 4-day meeting here in Arkansas. And it's been a pretty good little meeting thing here they put together. It well, I think what I want to say is that what could I say that would seem interesting, or something that you, as somebody that would like to work here, but you're just not sure what kind of place this is or what people are like. This would be a great example of why you'd want to work here. There's at least one driver for every distribution center in the country. I think we got like over 100. And so you can imagine just all the different types of drivers that are here. People from Florida, Maine, Indiana, California, Nevada. I mean, just all over the country, different drivers. We've none of us have ever met each other. Probably never even met drivers in these areas because, we only run a couple of states over. So, I mean, I've never had an opportunity to talk to a lot of these drivers in these other domiciles. And I haven't found a driver that I don't like. I figured, there's got to be at least 1 or 2 drivers that, I don't like their attitude, or I just don't, they're just not my type of people or whatever. It's just human nature. That's what happens, is we don't get along with everybody. But I have not met a driver here that I didn't like. Everybody has been super friendly. And I mean, the culture here is we're very much the same mindset. I think that's really what it has a lot to do with. They're, you know, all these different drivers, they do not exactly, but pretty close to the same job I do. Doesn't matter where they're at in the country. You know, pick up at the same type of places, drop off at the same type of places, same type of policies overall, you know, at all the different GCs or stores and that kind of thing. And so, I mean, we're all of the same mindset. One of the mindsets that we're all the same is that I haven't found anybody here that's disgruntled or unhappy with Walmart. It's all the same thing. You know, I love working here. This is the best ever. I couldn't imagine leaving. Everybody had that opinion. And, you know, this isn't like a dozen people. Like I said, well over 100 drivers, plus more because we have people that are on the road team here. And everybody is absolutely thrilled to be working here. And the stories I've heard in the last couple of days, you know, it a lot of sitting around here at the hotel talking and comparing stories, and I'm just listening to this stuff, and it is like, wow, you know, everybody has some great stories. They're very interesting people. I've just immensely enjoyed talking to all these drivers. A little disappointed that we're all heading home now because I'm just getting started and learning the paces and the names and the stories of these people, and you know, it's been an experience. And so, you know, I've been at this job for over 18 years, so it's hard for me to compare to other jobs, although I've had a few other trucking jobs. I've met a lot of different truck drivers through the years that are with other companies, and I've never seen this. I've never seen it to where everybody, you know, is positive about where they work, very happy, get along great, you know, immediately pretty much hit it off with anybody I walk up to here. You know, to work at a job like that is pretty special. I mean, where are you going to work where everybody's happy, where everybody, you know, is where they want to be? The biggest, I don't know if you want to call it a complaint, but the biggest statement is, I wish I'd have came here years before this. You know, I wish I'd have known. Biggest statement. And so there was a lot of drivers that have only been here a couple of years, 2-3 years. And then we have a bunch of drivers that have been here over 30 years. I'm right in the middle. I've been here 18 and a half years. So, you know, I'm not new, but, you know, I'm not old either. And so I can see both sides of it. You know, the new drivers just super excited, you know, to be part of this. The older drivers, they're excited to still be part of this also, but, you know, they're coming from a different perspective of, you know, a long career at where they wanted to be, and they're pretty happy with it. And, yeah, so if you're thinking about working here or you wonder what it's like, I mean, that's what it's like. Everybody's pretty happy. We all kind of have the same mindset. And there's a lot of unique stories that people are open to share, you know, because we're very comfortable with each other and happy with where we're at. And, yeah, it's been a great experience, I'll tell you. It really has been. Hopefully I'll get to go to one of these things again in the future. I'd love to come back. We'll see what happens, but I'm glad I came. And sorry I couldn't share everything. Pretty much everything we had in our meetings, it's confidential, private. They don't want to share it on social media or that kind of thing. So, you know, all I can really do is just tell you the experience I had with, you know, seeing everything here, meeting people from the main office and just all the different drivers. And, well, they spoiled us. They treated us great. Took us out to dinner a couple nights, made lunch, you know, we've had breakfast here, took us to the museum, you know, the 5 and Dime, Sam Walton 5 and Dime there. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. And, you know, it's been fun. So that's it. This is the end. time to head home. And yeah, can't wait to come back again. I hope they pick me again for this.